Everything the talking heads on TV taught you about getting rich is a lie. It's a slow, boring, soul-crushing path designed to keep you in the rat race forever. Shoveling your paycheck into a 401k for 40 years, hoping you don't have to eat cat food in retirement? Trying to time the market like some kind of Wall Street psychic? That's the loser's game, and it's why most people never build real, life-changing wealth. You don't need a Wharton MBA or a crypto wallet glued to your hand to get rich. I built a 7-figure net worth without ever buying a single stock or a single coin. Sounds like a fantasy, right? It's not. The secret isn't some garbage financial product. It's owning real things. It's investing in assets that spit out cash and go up in value while the stock market has its daily mental breakdown. In this video, I'm pulling back the curtain on the 8 specific, non-traditional assets I use to become a millionaire. These are the exact investments the super rich use to stay super rich. But here's the kicker they don't want you to know. You can get in on the action now easier than ever before. So if you're done with the financial fairy tales, let's get into it. Number 1. Startups. First up, the most explosive asset class there is, startups. We've all seen the headlines about some nerd who turned a $5,000 check into an 8-figure payday by betting on a company like Uber. For decades, that club had a velvet rope, open only to venture capitalists and guys named Chad with a trust fund. Not anymore. Thanks to equity crowdfunding platforms, yes, you, staring at your phone right now, can throw a few $100 into the next potential world-changing company. Forget buying the new iPhone. Own a piece of the company that makes it. The upside is absolutely insane, the kind of returns that make the stock market index look like a savings account. Now, let's get one thing straight. This is the big leagues. It's high risk. Most startups will fail spectacularly. That's why you don't dump your life savings into one dumb idea. You act like a shark. You spread small amounts, 10, 20, even 30 different companies on sites like Republic or Seed Invest. You only need one of them to hit it big, to change your entire financial picture, and that is how you build real wealth that leaves your haters in the dust. Number 2. Real estate crowdfunding. Asset number 2 is real estate. But I'm not talking about saving for a decade to buy a fixer-upper so you can spend your weekends dealing with tenants, toilets, and termites. That's a job, not an investment. I'm talking about the 21st century way. Real estate crowdfunding. Sites like Fundrise and CrowdStreet have completely changed the game. They let you pool your money with other investors to buy a slice of massive apartment buildings, industrial parks, and medical centers, properties you could never touch on your own. You can get started with pocket change on some platforms and be instantly diversified across dozens of high-quality properties. Your entire portfolio doesn't get torched because one tenant stops paying rent in Cleveland. You get all the perks of being a real estate mogul, the passive income, the appreciation, without any of the landlord headaches. Look, your money is tied up for a few years, so if you have commitment issues, this isn't for you. But for building actual long-term wealth, it's a powerhouse. Number 3. Buying profitable businesses. Number 3 is the most obvious, overlooked secret of the wealthy. Just buy a business that's already making money. Seriously, 3 out of 4 millionaires are entrepreneurs. And it's not because they all invented a billion-dollar app. Most just bought or built a boring, profitable business. And you don't have to be the next Steve Jobs. The internet has created a flea market for profitable online businesses. I'm talking e-commerce stores, niche websites, and software companies that are already printing cash. Go on marketplaces like Empire Flippers and you can see their verified bank statements. Think about it. You're buying a money machine from day one. You see the numbers, you see the proof, and you find ways to tune it up. Maybe the last owner sucked at marketing. Maybe you can add a new product. This isn't passive. It takes work. But if you don't do your homework and check the books, you deserve to get fleeced. For those willing to get their hands dirty, the control and the returns are unmatched. Number 4. Fine arts and collectibles. All right, number 4 is where you really start investing like the 1%. I'm talking about fine art and collectibles. For centuries, this has been the ultimate rich person asset, a way to park cash and laugh at inflation. When the stock market is crashing, a Warhol on the wall just doesn't care. And I know what you're thinking, I don't have a spare $10 million for a painting. You don't need it. A platform called Masterworks buys multi-million-dollar paintings from guys like Banksy and Picasso, then slices them up into shares you can buy. It's like buying a stock, but instead of owning a piece of a soulless corporation, you own a piece of actual culture. This isn't just about paintings. It's about rare sneakers, vintage comics, luxury watches. These are real, tangible things whose value is driven by scarcity and cultural cool factor. The key is to treat it like an investment, not a hobby. Do your research, understand the game, and get a piece of an asset that doesn't give a damn what the Federal Reserve is doing. If your brain hasn't melted up till now and you're starting to see the matrix, then do me a favor and hit the like button and subscribe. I'm here to give you the financial red pill, and every click helps me wake more people up. Now, let's get back to it. Number 5. Digital real estate. Blogs. Number 5 is something I call digital real estate. The first type? Niche blogs. In an economy where attention is the new oil, a blog that owns a specific corner of the internet is an absolute freaking goldmine. It's a digital property that collects rent, not from people, but from ads, affiliate links, and its own products. The formula is dead simple. Find a niche, create content that solves a problem, and get it in front of people on Google. The magic is that an article you write today can keep paying you every single day for years to come with zero extra work. It's the definition of a passive income machine. And just like with real businesses, you can skip the hard part and just buy a blog that's already getting traffic and making money. You're buying a cash-flowing digital asset from day one, and you can often sell it a few years later for a fat profit. Number 6. Farmland. Number 6 is an asset as old as civilization itself, but it's the rich's best-kept secret for generational wealth. Farmland. I'm not telling you to buy a tractor and a pair of overalls. I'm talking about owning a piece of the productive land that feeds the entire planet. The logic is brutally simple. The world's population is growing, but the amount of farmable land is shrinking. What do you think that does to its value over time? While Wall Street is having a panic attack, your piece of the heartland is quietly growing crops and spitting out cash. It's the ultimate inflation hedge because, guess what? People always need to eat. And just like art, you don't need millions to get in the game anymore. Specialized crowdfunding platforms let you buy a fractional share of a massive, high-yield farm. You're a silent partner, collecting rent from the farmers who do the actual work. It's one of the most stable, wealth-compounding assets on Earth, and now it's no longer just for billionaires in cowboy hats. Number 7. YouTube channels. The 7th asset is the very platform I'm using to beam this information into your skull. YouTube. A successful channel is another chunk of digital real estate, and it's a monster waiting to eat your lunch. It's an asset with a dozen different ways to make money, from ads and sponsorships to selling your own stuff. Top creators are pulling in 7 figures a year because they built a library of content that works for them 24/7. A video you made 5 years ago can suddenly go viral and dump a pile of cash in your lap while you sleep. It takes a ton of upfront work, don't get me wrong, but once you get that flywheel spinning, it becomes a runaway train of semi-passive income. And guess what? Just like blogs, there's a growing market for buying and selling channels. You can acquire a channel that already has an audience and a back catalog of videos and start earning from the moment you take over. Number 8. Private equity. Number 8 is private equity. But forget Gordon Gekko and the Wall Street vultures. I'm talking about a different kind of private equity that involves investing in the backbone of the economy. Boring, profitable, small businesses. The local manufacturing company, the regional plumbing service, the family-owned business that's been around for 50 years. These businesses are cash cows, but they're stuck. They need money to grow, to upgrade their tech, to expand. That's where you come in. You provide the capital, you take a piece of the company, and you help them get to the next level. This is the most hands-on thing on this list. It requires business savvy and a good network. But you are buying into real companies that provide real value. You become a partner who shares in the wealth you help create. This is the ultimate power move for controlling your own financial destiny. Bonus investment. Financial education. This one may come as a surprise, but let's be brutally honest. If you don't understand money, money will forever be your master. And no, watching one YouTube video or reading a motivational quote doesn't count as financial education. I'm talking about real, in-the-trenches learning. How to budget, invest, manage risk, grow assets, and legally avoid giving half your income to taxes. Financial education isn't optional. It's the cheat code, the secret weapon. The reason why the rich keep getting richer while the broke keep binging Netflix and wondering why their paycheck disappears like a magic trick. The truth? If you can spend hours researching phone specs, binge every season of a show in a week, or memorize every stat of your favorite athlete, you've got time to learn about investment, money-making ideas, and income streams. Investing in financial education doesn't mean racking up $100,000 in student debt. It means reading books, watching credible content, listening to finance podcasts on your commute, and surrounding yourself with people who actually know what they're doing with their money. Because here's the cold reality. You can't afford to be dumb about money. Not in this economy, not in any economy. And definitely not if you want to escape the paycheck-to-paycheck hamster wheel. So pick up the books, take the course, watch the video. Smart money isn't born, it's built. And the construction starts with education. So, there you have it. 8 or 9 ways to become a millionaire that have nothing to do with praying to the stock market scammers. Startups, real estate crowdfunding, buying businesses, art, farmland, blogs, YouTube channels, and private equity. See the pattern? It's all about ownership. Owning real assets, tangible or digital, that you control and that make money no matter what chaos is happening on Wall Street. Getting rich isn't about gambling on trends. It's about methodically buying assets that produce income and then buying more of them. The doors to these worlds are wide open. The excuses are gone. The only thing stopping you is you. Do your research, start small, and start already. Your first million begins the moment you decide to stop being a pawn and start being an owner. Now go get it. So which of these investment options will you consider first? Comment below and do let us know if you found this information helpful. Watch more game-changing videos on becoming a billionaire and hit subscribe to fuel your journey with elite-level strategies to attract unstoppable wealth. Like and share this content with your friends and family.